Hello everyone and welcome to the season finale of Season 10 of the URL-GT1 Championship. This race will be contested at Laguna Seca with a 70-minute race, but before going into the race highlights, let's have a look at the championship standings. Mikko Korkiakoski has a very small lead over Reinhard Berger in the Pro Drivers' Championship. Tony Ukic can still win the title, but he is the outsider. In the AM Cup, it's Sandro Donadel in pole position for the title with his teammate Fabio Bartolai just behind him. The team's championship will be fought out between BNT Competition and Pulp Friction Racing. Reinhard Berger and Greg Metcalf have quite some points to make up on the leading team, so they will have to do very well today to take that team's championship. And then last but not least, the Ironman Championship is led by Miguel Santiago Carao at the moment, and if he can manage to finish the race in one piece, this title should be his. So let's have a look at how qualifying went. Reinhard Berger took pole position, and that's already a very good result for his championship ambitions, because he will take 1 point for his pole position. His contender and rival Mikko Korkiakoski will be starting from P3 with Miguel Santiago Carao just in between them. In the AM Cup, it was once again Fabio Bartolai taking the pole with a 1:21.2. Vladimir Jelicic and Anze Rast made up the top three in the AM Cup. So let's have a look at the highlights of this final round at Laguna Seca. So here is the grid. At the right in the front, yellow and blue, that's Reinhard Berger, and we have Miguel Santiago Carao from second position having a jump start, so he will drop out of the lead. Reinhard Berger has a good start, and he brakes a bit too late. Mikko Korkiakoski can get on the inside, muscles his way through to take P1 actually, because Miguel will have to serve a drive-through penalty. Tony Ukic is in third, and behind it's a very hot battle between everyone. Sten Mikkel Olsen made his way up the grid. Greg Metcalf is also in the mix. Peter Abelovsky in the white and green Ferrari F40 making a comeback in URL. And here he is, Miguel Santiago Carao, currently in first, but he will peel off in one of the first laps to serve his penalty. So Reinhard Berger could not capitalize on his pole position. He's currently in third, and he will be wanting to pass Tony Ukic as soon as possible to take the fight to Mikko Korkiakoski for the championship. Oh, Vladimir Jelicic here having a bit of a spin, but this is how we complete lap 1. Mikko Korkiakoski followed by Tony Ukic. Reinhard Berger having a look on the inside. Then it's Florian Kutz in P4, and Miguel is staying out. He's now in P5, currently followed by Michal Klisch, Sten Mikkel Olsen, Greg Metcalf in P8, Peter Bacchus in P9, so that's also the team battle. It's the yellow and green ones versus the Salines. And this is the top 19 drivers here driving at Laguna Seca. Going up the hill into the corkscrew. Very difficult braking, but unfortunately here Florian makes a bad mistake. He brakes, but locks up the brakes over the bump, and he hits title contender Reinhard Berger, who is now stuck here at the corkscrew. He can't get out. Let's hope he can continue the race, and we'll see where he ends up. Peter Bacchus was fighting Greg Metcalf just in front, and that was, as I said, the team's championship battle. Greg Metcalf and his teammate Reinhard Berger, who is now in almost last position, have to score more points than Peter Backus and Tony Ukic, who is currently in second place. As I said here, Peter Abelovsky making a pass on Angelo Gudici, who goes a bit wide into turn 1. So good comeback for him, currently in P7. Robert Horvat also wants to take Angelo's position, it seems, but he has to slot in behind. A bit of a bump, but nothing major. Migratrix is right behind them. Olivier Duplessis here in a battle with Fabio Bartolai. Fabio goes a bit wide. Will Olivier go at the inside here in this turn? It seems he will. Yes, indeed. So he takes P11 from Fabio. And that's Robert Horvat. He seemed to have a bit of a problem. He's slowed, breaking for the corkscrew. Difficult as ever, as we saw before. And he has to slot in behind Fabio. Florin here, meanwhile, is battling with Sando Donadel. But Sando goes a bit wide onto the sand, and he has to let Florin through for P14. Bit of a luck up there as well. Florin a bit wide, almost messing that corkscrew up. Very tricky corner to get right every single time. But it's Mikko Korkiakowski from Tony Ukic. Gap is not big, but big enough. Michal Klisch made it up to P3, followed by Sten Mikkel Olsen. Greg Metcalf, Peter Backus still in a good battle with Greg Metcalf. It seems he's better under braking, but to no avail until now. Of course, with Reinhard Berger further down the field, it will be difficult for Pulp Fiction Racing to take the team's championship, but it's only over after 70 minutes. We never know what is going to happen. Reinhard Berger here, they pass Robert Horvat on his roof and the corkscrew. Very tricky, as I said. Reinhard Berger and Miguel Santiago Carao in front. They are now in P13 and P12. They're slicing through the field. Reinhard Berger was stuck in the corkscrew, as we saw. Miguel had to take a penalty, and they are now picking up the places. Here's Anze Rest slowing down on the straight to let these guys pass and to not lose any time keeping them behind. And we're already at the pit stops. Tony Ukic pits from second position, and we see Mikko Korkiakowski flashing by here. So the gap a little bit bigger, because Tony still has to go all the way until turn 1 and then inside. So he will rejoin in P2, but a little bit further back. Sando Donadel here, he will gain some positions on Fabio and Angelo, it seems. They are just now coming out of the pits, and that's a real position gain. Reinhard Berger is following Mike Greatrix, Miguel Santiago Carao's teammate in the Panos. Reinhard has a better exit from the last turn, so he will take that position. But here on the left we see Miguel Santiago Carao coming out of the pits. So Reinhard pitted earlier, expected to undercut him, but that has not worked until now. So this battle continues for the rest of the race, probably. After the pit stops, these are the standings. Mikko Korkiakowski on lap 33 has a healthy lead over Tony Ukic, so he can drive comfortably, and hopefully nothing bad happens to him, so he can secure his 4th or even 5th driver's title in a row, which is a very dominant performance. Sten Mikkel Olsen, his teammate, is in P3. Then it's Greg Metcalf, he made it up to P4. Peter Abelovsky in P5. So a good return to URL for him. Michal Klisch, he was in P3, at some point in the first stint, fell back a bit to P6, and Miguel Santiago Carao and Reinhard Berger made it up to P7 and P8. They are as close as ever. Going here into the corkscrew, but Reinhard has to stay behind for the moment. Then it's Mike Greatrix, and he's followed by Peter Bacchus. He had some kind of problem in the first stint or in the pit stops, so he fell back a bit, which is of course good news for Reinhard and Greg, because they're now both in good point scoring positions. AM Cup leader is Anze Rest, followed by Fabio Bartola. Here is Sando Donadel pitting once again, so that's not very good. And then it's the retirements here this race: Florin, Robert, Vladimir and Florian. As I said, Anze Rest is the leading car in the AM Cup. He has no championship possibilities anymore, but he's having a good drive, although he goes a little bit wide here. And this is Angelo Guidici. Will he go around the outside of the last hairpin? Oh, a bit of a slide from Anze. So he kept it in front, but unfortunately a small mistake out of the last turn means the Ferrari 550 Maranello can get through. Peter Bacchus was in a fierce battle with Mike Greatrix in the second stint for P9, so top 10 positions here. Oh, Mike messes up that line into the corkscrew, or out of the corkscrew a little bit, and that's all it takes to lose a position here at URL, so Peter Bacchus goes through for P9. A couple of laps later, Peter opened up the gap to Mike, but Mike was not giving up so easily in this last race of this season, and Peter overshoots his braking point and gets stuck like Reinhard in the second lap at the corkscrew, which gives Mike that last or that P9 position. Michal Klisch in P6. He's right behind Peter Abelovsky. He closed the gap down to Peter during the whole second stint. He fell back a bit due to the pit stops, but now here he is, looking at the inside, going for the outside, and oh, that was a bit of a mistake from Michal to brake and turn there at the same time, and he understeered off the track, so he will not gain that position. But here he is, Mikko Korkiakowski, race winner at Laguna Seca, and URL-GT1 champion once again. A big congratulations to him for a very good season and dominant performance today. Toni Ukic will finish in second position and will secure the team's championship together with his teammate Peter Bacchus. Also congratulations to them. Sten-Mikkel Olsen finishing in P3, so a good team result for Mikko and Sten in the Vipers. Then it was Greg Metcalf, so he did a good job taking points for the team. Peter Abelovsky, as we saw, will keep his car in P5. Michal Klisch will stay in P6. Miguel Santiago Carao will stay in front of Reinhard Berger and will finish in P7. He will also win the Ironman Championship. His teammate Mike Greatrix, as we saw, passed Peter Bacchus, repassed Peter Bacchus, P9 and P10. Then Angelo Giudici and the rest winning the AM Cup race here, not the championship. Fabio Bartolai and everyone doing donuts to celebrate the end of the season. Olivier Duplessis, Sando Donadel. And then the retirements, still Florin, Robert, Florian and Vladimir as well. So that's the end of this GT1 season. Here are the results. Only a 6-second gap between Tony and Mikko over 51 laps around this circuit. looking at the fastest laps, it was Reinhard Berger setting the fastest lap, so he really had the pace today to challenge Mikko and take those 2 points difference, or even after the pole he took 1 point difference, but it wasn't to be. That's also racing. So these are the results. Let me just congratulate our champions, Mikko Korkiakoski. Then it's BNT competition in the team's championship. Sando Donadel taking the AM Cup, and Miguel Santiago Carao winning the Ironman Championship. That's it for Season 10 of URL-GT1, but next week we also have the season finale of GT3 at Road America with a Super Pole as well, so that will mix things up. And also there, the championships are still on, so stay tuned and join us at unitedracersleague.com.